Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be going through some advice regarding the Aquarius full moon, which happened on the 29th of July. So I'm a little late, apologies, but we can still feel the effects of the full moon, usually a few days before and after it happens. So today I'm going to start with the self-care deck. I really like this deck because self-care is definitely very important when it comes to our well-being. So I'm just going to open this. In the past, I selected cards to take out from the deck that I thought were too open, but now I put it back because I realize it's an innate part of human nature. So I just might close the door because my parents are sleeping. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't want to wake up my family. Okay, so how can we practice self-care at this point in time after the Aquarius full moon? How can we practice self-care for the collective? Intuition. Okay, this looks like aura, like there's auras around her, so maybe we want to protect our energy. Me and my friend have been feeling especially tired during the full moon, so you might have felt that. There's a woman carrying a ball. It looks like she's doing some sort of gymnastics. I guess intuition is following your heart, mind, and having those aligned. So I guess that's what it's calling us to do. Let's pull two more, just to get a more comprehensive view. I want to pull two more cards for the Aquarius full moon this year. Two more cards, okay? Take a walk. Okay, take a walk. I guess it makes sense because Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius. We tend to be in our heads a lot, so take a walk would be good to get grounded, I guess. Maybe someone wants to travel somewhere. One more card. Nourish your temple. That's interesting. I was going to say this card looks like the lady is green. So nourish your temple can come in many ways and forms. It could be having a specific diet. It could be having intuition when you eat. So I think what's coming through strongly is your diet. You know, because people often say you need to eat mindfully and then move your body after you eat. So for the Aquarius full moon, someone is looking at this, or as a collective, we need to understand how to make ourselves healthier in a more natural way. She also looks like she's doing yoga or has an aura around her. very nice. Okay. What else am I gonna read? I have a lot of cards, so I just picked the ones I like. I think I'll pick the crystal deck. What can we know for the Aquarius full moon this year? What can we know? Chrysoprase? Hypnotic green chrysoprase is a rare stone with a heavy helping of nickel. Who needs it? Explorers searching for the fountain of youth. Where to put it? Squeeze chrysoprase against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them, then cry forever. When to use it? When it's time to forgive the person who hurt you most, your parents, and most of all, yourself. You are not a doormat. You are an evolved being. When you feel like giving up on love, chrysoprase gives you the green light to keep going. Grow from your heart out. Another green imagery that really matches, you know, the cards that we have. Heart chakra energy. You know, sometimes when we feel things, it kind of manifests in the body, right? Like when we feel stressed, we may experience short of breath without knowing why. When we feel anxious, we may experience our stomach not working the best, having gastric and not knowing why. So perhaps it's time to take a look at that. Take a walk. Why take a walk? Why take a walk? Why take a walk? Tektite describes any natural glass form as a result of meteor impacts from our blue planet. Who needs it? I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people, those currently overburdened by resentments. Again, forgiveness is another theme. When to use it? When gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch sequence and blast off. When you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons, raise your vibration. So I think there's a lot of grounding that needs to be done if you are someone who practices meditation, spirituality. You know, these cards are telling us to stay grounded and be anchored in reality as well while we are exploring. For the intuition card, we have smoky quartz. What is it? What is? Ranging from almost clear to nearly black, smoky quartz pairs the clarity-inducing vibes of clear stones with the protective do not cross over this line vibes of black ones. Who needs it? Glass half empty type, space cadets. When to use it? When you fall prey to emotional vampires, when you're just too spacey and can't even. When you're embarking on a spiritual journey or on a journey to pick out your dry cleaning. Extra points if you're thinking, what's the difference? I'm a spiritual warrior. Yeah, so if you're going through an awakening, maybe good to cleanse your energy, protect yourself. It's very nice cards. And then I'll pull from this moon deck, which has star signs for each phase of the moon. So can we get for full moon in Aquarius? One fell out. Full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Okay. Gemini is about siblings, communication, short travels. So maybe you are mirroring someone or mirroring a sibling in terms of their spiritual journey, or you're both learning and teaching each other. Could be a friend that you're very close to. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Another energy, there are 3 energies, right? Because I picked 3 cards, but I'm not really doing a pick a card reading. It's more like an intuitive reading. Full moon in Cancer is a more introverted energy. I imagine someone taking a bath, with Epsom salts. I think someone needs some space from too much of spirituality or reality, Full moon in Scorpio, all the full moons. Breathe through the tension. Yeah, so there's someone definitely having a lot of tension with the way things are, and it's affecting their body, their bodily experience. So I just need to find my animal deck. I found it, as well as my fairies oracle. So for the intuition card and the full moon in Gemini, what animal do we get? Golden egg. Interesting. So there's something within your unconscious or subconscious that's just sitting there, and once you discover it, it could be a hidden talent, it could be a beautiful memory of something. I feel like once you, and you're very protective over it, it could be a nest egg. There could be 2 siblings protecting a nest egg or sharing a nest egg. Oh, Vulture flew out. Vulture. So someone is very in their feelings. Vulture with the full moon in Cancer. Someone is learning to let go of heavy emotions. And the vulture is looking directly at the golden egg. So someone may have something that the other person doesn't have. And we have buffalo here. I'm not very familiar with buffalo energy. If you are, maybe you can comment down below. But the buffalo, I got it for the 3rd card, which is Nourish Your Temple. I think buffalo is a slow moving kind of energy, unless provoked. And they're all looking at this golden egg. I think with the full moon in Gemini, it's a good indicator to journal and write down our feelings. And yeah, I'm going to clarify with the fairies oracle. Friendship, yeah, I mentioned friendship. Friends who support your dreams, your goals, and maybe that is your golden egg. Things that only you have, only you possess. Celebration. So maybe the full moon in Cancer and the vulture person is stepping away from celebration because it's too much extroverted energy. At the same time, they yearn for partnership. See? They yearn for partnership. Not necessarily romantic. Could be friendship. Buffalo. Inner child. Yes, we talked about inner child for this deck, right? The chrysoprase. So inner child, if the full moon is Scorpio, there might have been some childhood trauma that someone needs to work through, be it through therapy, mindful eating, hypnosis. I mean, just to give you some background, I'm studying psychology and I'm studying positive psychology now, so this is something that I have some knowledge on and want to share and help. Yeah, so the buffalo person has maybe some shocking news or trauma they have to process. This person may be a Scorpio moon, then maybe a Cancer, Gemini moon, or even Aquarius moon with a friendship. Okay, let me see what other cards I have. Probably end with some affirmations. So, what can we get? 3, fulfill your soul mission. You are on a divine mission. Trust your path is leading you toward your purpose. Okay, that's for the first one. For the second one, 1616. Seek balance. Find balance in your life is the key to inner peace and outer success. Okay. Last one for the buffalo energy. 1515, inner wisdom. Your inner wisdom is your greatest power. Listen to your inner voice for guidance. Okay. So that is my reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you gained something from it. And if you have any comments about the Aquarius full moon, you can leave them down below. I'll see you.